and now we just wait, you know. Love that intermediary time. But yeah, I'm hoping to put stuff up on this wall at some point, and then this view won't be so boring.
Oh yeah, because are you now at your place in Texas? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. Cool. So now I see us up on YouTube. So we are live. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us on this lovely Sunday afternoon, which is crazy that it's already Sunday, but all right. For those of you that don't know, I'm here with Angela. Angela, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, so I'm Angela. I'm a young adult contemporary writer. I'm currently working on my first novel, which I'm hoping to query pretty soon. So I'm going through revisions based on beta reader feedback right now, but I also have a YouTube channel and an Instagram, so you can find me basically anywhere online. So
love it. And her channel link is in the description below if you guys are interested in checking out her channel. Highly recommend. She's here for a reason. I really like her channel. So
sweet. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I forgot to turn off my notifications on my computer. There we go. All right, so Yaza said first. He was here like half an hour early, which is ridiculous to me, but thank you for coming. Shalina is second. Wow, I love that people are fighting over that. It popped up on her feed. She's never been here before. Well, hi, welcome. We're doing writing sprints today. I'm not totally sure I'm going to be writing, so we're going to call them productivity sprints because I just need to get things done. So Celine the Bean says it's really good. Trust me. Thank you. Life of Angelina says, woo, third stream of the day. Yeah, today's been like a crazy day for live stream.
Yeah, she was on my stream earlier, so.
Oh, very cool. So, Angela hosted one, and then Keelan Rivers was hosting one. I'm not sure if that's done or not, but all kinds of things are happening today. Gail says, my cat, the one in the picture, is sitting on the couch with me and just staring. Hello. Oh my gosh, hi to the cat specifically.
That cat's so cute.
It is really cute. Gail, can you tell us what your cat's name is? And then Bandit said, give that cat a keyboard. We want them to join in. Oh no, the cat walked away. Okay, that's really funny. Oh, that's funny. Ambi is here. RP Lenny is here. Eliza is here. Nicholas is here. Grace Wilcock is here. Yes, so Gail has been trying to make it to my last couple of streams and finally made it to one, so thank you so much for being here. She said hi to you.
Hello.
Life of Leela says hi. Better Days Are Here says hello, everyone. Celine the Bean says excited to get writing. I think we should honestly jump right into a writing stream or a writing sprint, my bad. So if you guys have a time in mind that you want to go for our first one, leave that in the chat and I will get there in just a moment. Are you feeling really warmed up, Angela?
Yes, especially because right now the types of edits I'm doing, I'm still ready to keep going, if that makes sense. Some edits kind of drain you, but this is just small grammar things and just kind of looking at the cool big edits I just made and just being oh wow, they work. So
okay, sick. That's so exciting that you're almost to querying.
Yeah,
so cool.
One of my beta readers just offered to read it again when I make these couple of changes. So I'm going to give it back to her first just to make sure it's completely ready.
Yeah. That does make sense. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Evangeline says hello. I think I saw her on, was it your stream or Keelan's stream? I don't know.
Evangeline has come to mind before, yeah.
Okay, well, hi. She's here, so that's exciting. Okay, so the cat's name is Ginger. That's extremely important. Thank you for telling us. Yaza said that he will be catching up on studies today. I'm way behind. I feel that. Better Days Are Here voted for 20. We got a 15. We got a 21. Shalina says 20. 20 kind of seems to be the rough
average.
So I'm gonna need to pull up a timer. Was not prepared apparently. So 1 second, because I'm ready to start. Does not happen very often. Typically I want to like ease into it, but today I'm like, no, I'm ready to go.
So for the first sprint, are you going to be working on your work in progress or on something else?
It's a great question. I should probably figure that out, honestly. I'll probably work on reading so I'm actually starting draft 3. So that would probably be a good day for me to start draft 3. What did I say, 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess I'm doing draft 3. That's a great idea. That's what I'll do. All right. Ambi said that they are planning a plot. That's amazing. It's really exciting. The beginning stages are always my favorite stages.
Yeah, it's always fun.
All right, so if everyone is ready, Angela, are you ready to go?
Yep, I'm ready.
Sweet. Then I'm going to hit go in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everybody. All right, that scared me. Okay, awesome. Our first 20-minute sprint is done. How did everybody do?
I went through editing one chapter, so I have 2 more chapters to edit to meet my goal today.
Nice, you're getting there.
Yeah, how about you?
I spent half of it trying to figure out like what I was gonna do during this sprint, which is kind of funny, but I decided that I'm gonna go with the note card method where I'm like going through and like reading all my chapters because the 3 perspectives are individual right now. And so I'm through and reading all of them, and then I'm going to like lay these out and sort through them and try to help come up with like the chapter order, if that makes sense.
That makes sense.
So yeah, so that's exciting, but you know, it's not necessarily expecting to do that today. I'm happy I am though.
Yeah. I always love using note cards to be able to like visualize where to put stuff in books.
Yeah. I've never done it before, so I'm really excited about it.
Ooh, you'll have to let me know how it goes.
I'm sure I will. Gail said that she's going to work on re-outlining the last act of this novel. That's exciting. That's like huge.
Ooh.
Life of Angelina says, oh, forgot to say what I'm doing. I'm still trying to work on my new project, outlining and coming up with ideas and such. Yeah, I forgot to ask that question, but anyone who wants to tell us what you're working on today, please go ahead and leave that in a comment, as well as telling us how you did on that sprint. Ali107 joined us. Hello.
Hello.
Gail said, random distraction, but Ginger, her cat came back and I think she wants to eat. I'm the only person home at the moment, but her dinner isn't even for like over an hour. That's honestly, your cat sounds like my spirit animal.
I know, that sounds like me, honestly.
It really does. Like yeah, I love that. I am your cat. Bandit said, I also forgot I'm drafting about 90,000 words into the first draft of my first novel. Congratulations. That's amazing.
Wow.
And your first novel too.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Evangeline finished chapter 8. Nice. Celine the Bean got 468 words in that sprint. I feel like that's really good for a 20-minute sprint.
Yeah, I agree.
Gail said, I got through 3 chapter outlines. It's mostly reorganizing the scenes and putting more ideas on paper that are floating around in my head. Absolutely. That's fantastic, though. Again, 3 chapter outlines in 20 minutes. Like, that seems like so much. Bandit said, starting a new scene, figuring it out as I go. People are just chatting back and forth. Davies editing said they wrote the title.
Ooh.
Did you write it like in the story or did you like come up with the title? Either way, that's extremely exciting.
I love when stories have the titles in them. I do.
Yes, or when it's very clear about like why, like early on in the book, like why it was named that.
Yeah.
I'm currently reading the new like Hunger Games book that came out, and so like the prequel, and that uses the same words in the title but not in the title order. I'm like, in like the 4th chapter, and I got so excited when I read that. A fun tangent. Ellie said, hi, I joined a little late, but I edited a paragraph. Nice. Angela, are you doing like line editing right now?
Oh, so I was just talking about that in my stream. I honestly don't really know if it's line edits or if it's more like voice edits and making sure, because I made a couple of big plot changes. So I'm going through to make sure that like I don't contradict myself in any other chapters that I didn't edit. And then I'm also going through and making sure that all the prose lines up with how I want the style to be. But it's kind of line edits, but it's also not, because I'm also editing a little bit for grammar. So I really don't know what I'd call
That's fair. That's fair. I was just curious, like, roughly on the scale you were.
Yeah, so closer to line edits, probably. Definitely not developmental, but.
Gotcha. Yeah, you're way past that. Nicholas said 222 words and fixed his outline. That's fabulous. Fixing outlines are hard. Yaza said an assessment submitted and an assessment semi-drafted. Congratulations. Shalina says distracted by my Clifton strengths, but I'm going to try and edit. What are you working on? Okay, so just chatting back and forth. Life with Layla says I'm outlining 2 projects because I'm not sure which I want to write next. I feel you. Do you participate in NaNoWriMo or Camp Nano?
Yes, I almost always try to participate.
Okay. I'm like stuck on trying to figure out what I want to do for July.
Ooh.
And I kind of want to draft a project instead of continuing to work on my edits for my current project.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know what I'm gonna end up doing because I still have like 2 or 3 weeks, so I'm fine. I'll figure it out, but just have to. It's exciting. So when she said that she was outlining 2 new projects, I'm like, oh, I need to figure mine out.
That is exciting. Are you going to try to get the entire project done in July or just start it in July?
So the issue is that like I don't know. I have never speed drafted anything, but if I could get like 30,000 words done of it, I would be so happy.
Okay, yeah.
If that makes sense. So not all of it, but like a solid chunk.
That makes sense. Yeah, it's really hard. I wrote like 80,000 words last Nano on a novel, but then I read through it and it was like horrible. Like I couldn't even use any of it. So I'm just like never going to go back and edit the novel because there was no plot. So it's like, why did I just do that? But I think it was like my writing style. Mm-hmm. But so like it made me a better writer, but it was chaotic. So I don't know if I would ever fast draft again, to be honest.
That's very fair. I was just watching, I Got a Blank Pages video about how she did 70,000 words in 7 days. Like she did a 10K a day every day for a week. And I was like, I watched it. I clicked on it because I thought it was clickbait. And like she did it. And it's like, I think that's so amazing for the people that can, but that scared me. I'm like, I could never.
Yeah. No, I couldn't either. I feel like I saw that on her Instagram. Like, I think I saw that post and I was like, whoa, that's insane.
Yeah, I have no idea how she did that. I was blown away. Samantha said, I'm working on the first draft of my Dragon fantasy book and I had 531 words from the sprint. All right, you had me at dragons. I love it. Gail said, I used sticky notes to originally plan things out for my series. It was fun. Now I mostly use the tables in Google Docs to outline. Okay, cool. I actually, I made a whole video about my outlining for when I had already written like 200,000 words and then decided to go back and outline. And I did it on paper because I thought it was going to be like a 1-sheet thing and it turned out to be 4. And then there were issues with it, so then I put it into Excel and then I fixed it all. But I like the sticky notes idea.
Yeah, that's kind of, I use index cards usually, and then I'll put it into a Google Doc. So kind of similar, but sticky notes would be cool because you could paste them on the wall.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
It would be really like colorful too if you got like a bunch of different colors involved. Like that would be really fun.
That would.
Shalina says, I forgot to ask about genres. Anyone else writing, I want to say, is that science fiction fantasy?
I think so.
Okay. I mean, I write science fiction fantasy, so.
Yeah, I don't. So my project right now is a young adult contemporary, and then my other project's a thriller. So I think I kind of want to stay in like those spheres, like thriller, contemporary type stuff, but I wouldn't rule out someday writing more of like a dystopian. I think that'd be fun, but.
I like have a dystopian. It's actually like sitting in my desk, so it's right here, that I'm not sure I'm ever going to go back to because I like wrote it in high school. So like a long time ago, and it just needs so much work that I honestly don't know if I'm ever going to go back to that or not.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I wrote like 2 dystopians when I was in high school. The one too, because I was in cross country in high school, so I would bring in chapters and like give them to people, and then we would like rotate. So like one person would start with chapter 1, then they would give it to the next person, then they would get chapter 2. And so like my entire cross country team like read the dystopian and loved it. But like looking back, I'm like, I feel like that wouldn't be good to be published.
Okay, but that's such a fun idea, though.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, we're also like our own worst critics, and so I'm sure it's better than you think it is.
Yeah.
Especially if they all loved it at the time, like that means something.
Yeah, true. But
Alley Cat says, that's okay, I've been distracted too. LOL. I'm editing my novel Lost and working on a bit of fan fiction. What is the fan fiction about? I have never written fan fiction, but I used to read so much of it.
yeah, I've never written it either.
Like, I like to, but when it's characters that have already been developed, I think it's so hard for me to like take my own creative license with it. And so I just have not, but I love reading fan fiction. Gail said each chapter outline is only a paragraph. There was a lot of staring involved. I feel like that's how a lot of my writing goes, just includes a lot of staring. Yaza says, love your avatar / icon thing at Davies. Let's see this. Oh, that is cool. It just says Davies editing. I like that. Bandit says titles are hard, 90K in, and I still don't have one. I understand that. I hit 260,000 words without realizing the title. And then I came up with some, which was exciting. So, do you find it hard to title your stuff, Angela?
Yes. So I still don't have a title for my thriller, and I'm 40,000 words into the first draft. And I think it wasn't until like draft 2 or 3 of this project that I came up with the title. So I usually have to have like a brainstorming session. It's really bad, where I like think of like the themes in the book and then like clever sayings around the themes.
No, that sounds like a good way to approach it.
Do you have trouble with the titles?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What I call my book right now is DE, which is like the abbreviation of like the stupid original name. But I'm honestly not sure I'm ever going to say in a video because I'm kind of embarrassed about it. But yeah, and then I recently came up with, so this book that I'm writing will probably be a trilogy. Ooh. And I came up with titles that would work for all 3 books. Like I didn't even come up with like one for the first one. I came up with one for the last one, and then the second one, and then the first one. So we'll see what happens. Odds are that will not be what it ends up as, but I was so excited when I like figured that out.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm in love with my title for the YA contemporary, but I don't tell people just in case it ends up changing because I want to go traditional publishing, but I really hope it stays.
I understand that. I really get that feeling. I would like to do traditional publish too, but I'm sure that stuff that I'm writing in the future might not all fall under traditional. So I'm kind of thinking I'll probably end up being like a hybrid author. Yeah. But like, I'm not sure about that yet.
Yeah, I could definitely see myself doing hybrid in the future too. But for like in the beginning, I definitely want to be traditionally published because I don't understand how business works.
Fair. Yeah, I've tried to watch videos about it on AuthorTube, and I'm just like, every time I see one, I'm like, huh. It just seems so difficult trying to come up with like, I don't know, like you have to hire like a cover design, an editor, a copy editor, like everything. Yeah.
It's a big upfront cost.
Yeah, absolutely. All very interesting. Davies Editing says, yeah, the title will be in the book. A little cheesy though. I mean, yes, but like whenever the book title is used in the book, I feel like it's a little bit cheesy, but it's always really fun as a reader.
Yeah, I agree.
Davies Editing said, thanks, pal. I've been getting into design since lockdown. That's cool. Life of Angelina says, I'm hoping to do Camp Nano, but still no set plans on what I'm going to do either. Glad we're all in the same boat. Samantha says, wait, did I ask you what you were doing for Camp Nano? I know I asked you if you do it.
No, I don't think so, but I think I'm just gonna go back and write the end of the thriller. So I'm at 40,000 words, and I think 80,000 will end it. So I'm like, I'll try to write 40,000 words, and I might extend like I have to go back for training for my part-time job like the second week of August. So I'm like, so maybe I'll extend Nano by like a week or two, and then maybe have it done before I go back to uni.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
That's really exciting. For the April one, I did 6 weeks instead of just the month of April. Like I started 2 weeks early. So I might end up doing the same thing for July, but that would mean I have to start like next week.
You could
We'll
always
see.
you could always tack 2 weeks onto the end like me.
That's true, but I feel like it's better if I start it earlier because of like the community aspect. Like I want to go in with my own like motivation and push, and then when it starts tapering off is when like the actual month starts, and that's when everyone else is like involved and all excited about it. So I like feed off of that.
Yeah.
I feel like I just like I wouldn't give up, but I would like majorly slack off if I tacked it onto the end. But that's all personal. Samantha says, when I publish it in the future, would you like a copy? I would send one to you. I will read anything with dragons in it, so yes, please. Celine the Bean says, okay, I gotta go. This was fun. Thanks. Thank you so much for coming. We loved having you here, as always. Devin says, howdy.
Hello.
Evangeline says, I came up with my title very early, but now I worry that it doesn't fit the book anymore as it has evolved so much. That's how I feel with trying to name books, is like it always goes off in like a different direction than I was expecting. Like Evangelina says, I'm so bad at naming things. I'm just referring to my first novel by the main character's name. Whatever works.
Yeah.
Life with Leela says, one idea I have is for a trilogy, and I only have the name for the second book. Now I'm trying to think of a name for the first that fits with the second. That's interesting that you came up with the second book first, or the title for the second book.
Yeah.
I like that process. I like anything that's like minorly chaotic. Gail says, I have very blunt titles for the first two books, an idea for the series name, but I have to name some places in the book first, and the rest of the books are just book 3, etc. for now. That's really funny. I have named like one place in my book, and there's a lot of traveling, which is kind of problematic because nothing else has names. But
do you have to go back through, do you think, before you publish the first book and like name everything?
Oh yeah. Am I looking forward to it? Like yes and no. I'm gonna try and fix it like either in this draft 3 or maybe draft 4. Who knows? Hopefully soonish.
You could even like make a day out of it and just like draw like the map out on like a whiteboard or on paper. And
I mean, like I have the map.
Okay.
And I have like very like simple names, like this is who rules this area, but then I don't have like a name for the actual place, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I just need to do that. But I mean, it'll be really fun. I love naming things. I recently named my characters actually, and that was like such a cool experience.
Oh, so yeah. That's crazy to me that you wrote like the first draft about naming your characters.
I think so too. But it worked. And so I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alley Cat says, I'm going to do camp. I'm planning to write a book I started a while ago. Might edit my novel in the process, though for sure still doing summer school since it ends in August. I understand. I will be at like a full-time job, and so I have no idea how like writing is actually going to work. I'll figure it out. It'll be fine. Okay, I do not know how to pronounce this name, but it's beautiful.
It's Maria. She was
Maria
earlier. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Maria, thank you. She said, hey, I'm just starting my own Rimo today, starting the first draft, and my reasoning is the same. Nice. Way to go. That's really exciting. I love it when people are like, you know what? I'm not going to conform to Camp Nano. I'm just going to do my own thing. Yaza said, the current book I'm working on is titled Godspeed, Benjamin Roy. I like that. We are almost completely caught up in the comments, and so I think it's time for another writing sprint. If you guys want to tell us how long you want to go for this time, we did a 20-minute writing sprint last time, so let us know how long sounds good. Gail said, I'm not doing Camp NaNoWriMo. It doesn't really fit with how I write. However, I'm doing an Olympics style thing with some friends where we basically do 2 nanos that are each 6 days long in July.
So are you trying to write 50,000 words in 6 days twice?
I have so many questions.
So intense. It sounds really fun, like with friends, but
Yeah, I like the setup that it's like short sprints. But please explain more because I have so many questions. Grace says, I can't decide if I want to do camp or not because the semester ends in the middle of July and I might be swamped with studying for finals. That's fair. You could always set it up for like the last 2 weeks of July and just have like a much more like, I'm going to say nice goal. So you're not like going directly from finals into trying to like conquer some crazy word goal, but you could easily do something smaller for July and just participate. Davies says, I'm good at naming things and coming up with the general plot, but I struggle with fleshing the story out. Absolutely. Alley Cat says that sounds interesting. Better Days Are Here suggested 15 minutes. If anyone else has an opinion or thoughts on how long we should go for our second sprint, drop it in the chat right now. Life with Leela says, cool title, what genre? Gail says it's a competitive thing where you just write as much as possible in a shorter amount of time. That sounds like fun.
I'm glad it's not 50,000 words twice. That would be.
Oh, yeah. And in like 2 weeks and not even like a full month. Oh, yeah. That would be crazy. That sounds like fun, though.
Yeah, I like that.
I do too. Interesting. Grace says that is true. Life of Angelina says, that sounds fun. Now I want to do something like that. Me too. Like, that sounds like a great idea. Grace says, I have been doing daily writing goals, so that way I'm still writing between schoolwork. That's a great way to handle it. And much more consistent. Davies Editing says 9 minutes. It looks like so far we've only gotten a 9 and 15 unless my browser for StreamYard is like wildly behind. And so I think we're going to do 15 just because Angela and I are both editing somewhat. So I'm going to set up the timer. And then if you guys are ready, I'm going to start this timer and we are going to do a 15-minute sprint. So I'm going to start it. Sorry?
Sounds good.
Okay, cool. I'm going to start it in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everybody. All right, that's time. It didn't scare me that time.
Okay. Sorry, I had like 2 paragraphs left to edit, and I knew those 2 paragraphs were good, so I'm like, I just want to read over them really quick.
Oh, absolutely.
Editing the chapter, but I finished editing a chapter.
Nice.
How did
That's
everyone
really
else
exciting.
do?
I think I like this view better. That view is better than the really, really insanely up close one. All right, so now that the 15-minute sprint is done, how did everybody do? Need to take the banner off. You said you finished a chapter?
Yep.
Nice. I'm not reading these chapters right now as I'm doing this, but I skimmed over and made note cards for 5 more chapters. So it's moving along pretty well.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Grace, this is something that we were talking about before the sprint started, but Grace said, I've been doing daily writing goals, so that way I'm still writing between schoolwork. And then she said, it's hard to balance it all sometimes though, and I totally understand that. Unfortunately, school has to come first.
Yeah. I'm a huge believer that like balance can exist on like a macro level, but not so much on a day-to-day level, because I find my days are always heavier with one thing than another thing. So
Yeah, absolutely. About balance. Princess of the Pen. I think they're new here. I don't know if I've seen them before, so welcome. They said, I'm doing nano, but I suck at consistent writing. So right now my goal is only 15K. I'm trying to work up to doing 1K a day. That's awesome.
yeah.
That's a goal. Camp Nano is really nice in that you can make your own goals instead of them telling you that you have to write 50,000 in a month.
Yeah.
Keelan made it. She said, woo, made it, jumping into the sprint. Welcome over. Yaza said, 1/3, not sure what that's about. It's a dystopian comedy set in Australia where an experiment, I don't want to go too in depth with that for reasons, lol, but goes wrong in China, and the main character Benji and a stray dog Ruby, cute. Kaylee is here.
Hello.
Okay, so Yaza had several messages, that's why. Then he said, try to survive. Basically, it's too hot to step outside during the day. So the only time people go or can go out is at night because the ozone is vanished. And would cook your flesh, and there's a bunch of adventures. Think Mad Max crossed with Shameless, lol. Interesting. Gail said, by the way, I did not come up with the Olympics idea, but it's really fun. Basically a week-long sprint. Okay, so did one of your friends come up with it? If not you, I still kind of want to steal it. Not like steal it, but like I think that sounds like so much fun. I kind of want to try the Olympics method.
Or maybe, Gail, like whoever your friend is could host one on like a larger scale and like we could all participate.
That's a good idea. I would so join that.
I think that'd be so fun.
Yaza said, not too good at blurbs, but I tried. Davies asked if it's a nuclear experiment. Gail said, that moment you realize a villain would probably kill a character that you were considering to be a love interest, more important character in other books. That's funny, and that's hard to deal with when like a character has plot armor but is like so susceptible.
Yeah.
I've definitely run into that before. It's problematic. I hope you figure it out. Davey said, Gail, just pull a Gandalf and bring the character back. That's a move. Gail said, I might. There is a loophole that would totally work for it too. We'll see how the scene goes when I write it. It depends on the amount of blood loss, probably. That makes sense.
Yeah. I also really like sometimes when like it seems like a character dies to the protagonist's point of view, but then it turns out somehow they escaped, and you like find that out later and like how they escaped later. So you could always do something like that.
Yeah, that's true. Plot armor, keep them alive. Yaza said, I wouldn't say nuclear per se, kind of EMP-ish / nuclear. It's weird to describe without spoiling a key component. That's fair. Princess of the Pen says, I don't feel like writing anymore. Got to do some thinking about the layout of this building and figure out how to transition the scenes. I did write 199 words though. That's fantastic. And I understand writing burnout within the day. Alicia said, researched a little, but I keep going into Google spirals. I want to know what you were Google spiraling. Gail said, I finished as much of my outline as I could without knowing concrete things. I realized I'm more of a pantser than I realized, even if I do need an outline/end in mind. But also bounce back and forth between outlining, writing, editing. That makes sense. Alicia said, dystopian comedy in Australia sounds really fun. Ellie Cat says, back from helping my mom cook dinner. Awesome. That looks like we're caught up in StreamYard. I understand that StreamYard is a little laggy sometimes, but oh yeah, there are a few more. But are you guys ready to jump into another sprint here shortly, or do you need like a little bit longer to like decompress from that last one before we start another one? Let me know. You ready?
Yeah, people in the comments are ready too.
Okay, cool.
You can see.
I'm just going to catch up on a few more of these. And then if you guys are ready to go for another one, let me know how long. I kind of need to do longer than 15 minutes, maybe even longer than 20, but let me know what you guys are thinking. Gail says, yes, friend is in a critique group with me now. I mentioned it to him and he's not sure how he would host it outside of the closed forum when we met each other through. Honestly, I'm like, there are ways that you could do that through like a Discord group or like a YouTube channel or something and like just designate it to that kind of like week-long sprint format.
Yeah, or even like a Facebook group.
That's true. That would be good.
Yeah.
There are definitely ways for them to do that. Can you tell that we really want to join? Okay. And then Alicia said just high school baseball and Little League schedules. I'm sorry, I don't know what that was for. Oh, the Google spirals. Okay, high school baseball and Little League schedules. That's really funny. Davies Editing says 29. Bandit says 27. Okay, so people are thinking like upper 20s. Does that sound good to you, Angela?
Yeah, I think so.
Awesome. Cool, then I think we'll do, because I got a 29 and a 27, maybe we should do like a 28 or something.
I think that sounds good.
Broadway Butterfly says, I do have the desire to write, but my brain can't figure this stuff out right now, and I have a headache, so I'm going to leave. I had fun, though, and will subscribe so I can catch more of these. Well, thank you so much for coming. We really liked having you here. As a reminder, Angela's channel link is in the description, so go over and subscribe to her as well, because she also hosts live streams and she makes lovely writing vlogs and all that fun stuff. So we got another vote for 27, but I said 28, and I'm kind of fixated on that now. So Alley Cat says, I'm fine with whatever we do. So I'm going to share my screen. I think I closed down my timer. 1 second. Cool. There it is. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to set this for 28. Alrighty, and I'm ready to start this. So I'm going to push go in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everybody. Alrighty, that's time. All right. How did everybody do?
Good. I finished editing chapter 13, which is like the chapter I wanted to get through today. So
you've met your goal.
yeah.
Nice. That's awesome.
How did you do?
I got super distracted. I was like, well, I haven't put work on my calendar yet. And so I pulled up my calendar and I like blocked it in. And then I was like, and then I read like another page or two of like the employee handbook that I have to have read by like tomorrow. And then I got through like 2 chapters. So like I made progress. It was just a distracted progress.
Yeah. Oh, but that's important though. So like write everything into the calendar.
Yeah. And I mean, now like it's kind of daunting though, just because like looking at when I normally start my day to now like having to like leave my apartment by like 7:20, I'm like, ooh.
Wow. So does it start then at 8 a.m. technically? Like 8
Yep.
to 5? Okay.
Yep.
So fun.
I know it'll be fine. It's just I just need to have like the first day just needs to get here.
Yeah.
And then I'll be fine. Okay. Yaza said, reminder to thumbs up, y'all. If you guys have been enjoying this, I would really appreciate it if you did hit the thumbs up button because it really supports my channel and helps this get out to more people. It helps more people get writing done. Sage said, hey, Sarah. Hey again, Angela. Just stopping by before bed to drop a like. Have a great evening. I'm sure she's long gone by now, but we both did respond to her because she also had a stream earlier today.
Yeah, they had a stream with Caitlin.
Okay, yeah. I stopped in for like a few minutes, but not very long because I was not ready to start getting things done yet.
Yeah, I stopped in, but I was like on a break between this sprint and the last one, which is unfortunate because I love playing Spiller Quill, but
yeah, it's a great game.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I need her to like tell me whenever she's gonna do that so I don't schedule anything to like block it because that's such a fun game. Nicholas said, honestly, these live writing videos helped me get back into my groove. Thank you. Absolutely. I feel the same way. Like whenever I see one of these happening and I'm like starting to feel kind of like I've been procrastinating too much, I'm like, yes, finally I can get back into this.
Yeah.
That can be so helpful. Grace said, I just finished a chapter. I think I'm going to take a bit of a break and watch a movie to relax. Thank you for hosting Sprints Ladies. Happy writing, everyone. Thank you, Grace. I'm sure you're gone by now, but thank you so much for coming. Ionic Shock said, hi, I'm new here. I came across your stream by seeking out writing streams. Well, welcome. Thank you. Yes, we can see you. It was just lower down than we were yet. So welcome. Thanks so much for joining. Life of Angelina says, I wrote a couple paragraphs for the opening and rising action outline. That's exciting.
It's awesome.
Alicia said, same at Ionic Shock. I love these live streams. He said, yeah. Gail said, I worked on some villain motivation plan stuff and had some interesting revelations.
Ooh.
I love how vague that is. I'm like, oh, I want to know more.
Yeah.
Ionic Shock said, but it's really important that I get in touch with them right now because I'm actually here looking for help. I'm curious of what that means. Gail said, yay, congratulations at you in meeting your goal for the day.
Thank you, Gail.
Okay. Yes, we can see your comments. We're just scrolling through them. Said, great to be here. Listen, I'm actually here to ask for your guys' help. I'm curious as to hear what that is. Let us know in the chat. Elliot Cat said, editing my novel and getting distracted. Getting distracted is both like the best and worst part about writing because when you need to get writing done, everything else seems so appealing. Oh, yeah. Yaza said that he also got distracted. So maybe 28 minutes was like a little bit too long for some of us. That was kind of ambitious, but like I had to go for it. All right, I'm waiting for StreamYard to catch up here for just a second. And then, okay. Kat said, yeah, for sure about getting distracted. Ionic Shock says, all right, so I'm writing a story that's meant for a screenplay. I have been going around asking people who might be willing to read it and critique it for me. I am starting a brand new job. I cannot read anything else for anyone right now. Thank you for asking, though. I hope that you find people.
Yeah, and maybe some people in the comments. I personally don't feel like I can give comments on a screenplay because I've never actually read one before. Like I've seen them obviously, but I've never read or taken a class or anything about screenplays. So I wouldn't be a good person for that.
I actually dropped my screenwriting class in college. Not for like any bad reason. It just like was at the time, like same time slot as like another class that I wanted more. So I know nothing about screenplays. So I don't think I could help you, but I really hope that you find people that you need. Gail said, I'm usually really bad at giving spoilers, so the fact that I'm being vague is an accomplishment for me. I totally respect that. That's fine. I was just teasing a little bit. Awesome. And Ionic Shock said, okay. Should we try to do one more sprint? Like quick, like a 10 or 15-minute one?
Yeah, like a cool down.
Yeah, kind of. I like that idea. I'm cool with that. To find my timer again. I have way too many just like pages open on my computer right now.
Oh my gosh, me all the time. I try to go through and close everything down at least once a week just so I can start new.
That's really smart. I should start implementing that. Okay, what do you think? Should we do a 10 or 15 minute or something like that?
I'm good for either. We can see what the comments say.
Okay. Ionic Shock said it's not written in a screenplay format yet, and that's because I'm taking care to get the story perfected before I do put it in that format. That's interesting. Said at present, it's more written like a regular story. Ali said they're down for sprint. Life Angelina says down for 10. Gail said, you're fine. I think this sprint is going to be me helping bring groceries inside because my parents just got home. Hey, that's productive. I love it. Nana said, or Nana, I don't know how to pronounce that. How much longer is this live stream going for? I want to write at least 2 pages today and need motivation, but just joined. Much love from the UK. Well, hi, welcome. We are going to do another 10 or 15-minute sprint, and then so probably for like too much longer. We are kind of winding down, but we are going to encourage you to get those 2 pages today because that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, Bandit said, hey, thanks for hosting another live write-in. Sarah, you too, Angela. I need to run. This was my second session today, and dinner prep is calling. Absolutely. I am gonna set it for 15 because I like have to do other things but don't want to deal with it. So we're gonna do 15 and then chat and wrap up. And then that will be our writing sprints today.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Well, if you guys are ready, I have to pull it up first. There it is. Okay, if you guys are ready, we're gonna start doing this one in 3, 2, 1. Good luck, you guys. Okay, that's time. All right, solid. How did everyone do?
Well, my mom baked cookies, so I went downstairs to get a couple of hot cookies. And then
Ooh, that's
I got distracted by TikTok.
the black hole that is TikTok.
Yeah.
Also, if you guys, well, hang on one second. If you guys have not checked out Anna's TikTok, she makes like writing and reading TikToks. They're hilarious. You have to.
My one
Anyway.
TikTok just hit 60,000 like views.
It was at 35 earlier, wasn't it?
Yeah, I like just doubled.
That's amazing. Oh, that's so cool, dude.
I think I'm gonna get more TikTok followers like in this weekend than YouTube followers over like, or YouTube subscribers over like a year. It's wild. Like I don't get it.
Yeah. You should see if you can try to get it to like convert. Like, is your YouTube link in your Twitter bio or TikTok bio?
Yeah. I think about putting like a link tree in.
It's a good idea.
So, but it's wild.
That is cool. That's really cool. Uh-oh, I just jumped. Hang on. Life of Angelina. Okay, yeah, so if anyone is interested in continuing writing sprints, because today is such a big writing sprint day, apparently, Sherry Turquoise is hosting one at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so starts in about 23 minutes. If you guys want to go hop over there, free to do that, obviously. Nana said thanks because she was asking. And then Alicia and Ionic Shock were talking about his screenplay. Gaza said, I'm heading off. Thank you for hosting, ladies. This was fun. Have a good day / night all. Thank you, Gaza. Always a pleasure to have you here. Ionic said, you want to know what the really frustrating thing is? People have told me to join Facebook groups and such things in order to ask for this kind of help. And he said, well, I have it, it turns out, and it's been some time since I posted it. And do you know how many responses I've gotten out of all that time? 1. But like, I feel like it depends on how you phrase it. Because if you are asking people to be critique partners and stuff, they're much more down than just being a beta reader necessarily. Like, it helps if there's like a give and take from what I've experienced. Like wanting to like feedback to go both ways and not just one way.
Yeah, it helps too if you have a little bit of a personal connection with the person. So like when I asked for beta readers for this project, like I've had my writing Instagram for like a year. So it was easy for me to like go to some people who I've engaged with and have like been cheering me on the entire way and been like, hey, want to be a beta reader? So
it's a good idea. Life of Angelina said, all I did was wrap up my video and post an IG story. That's great. Gail said, we're about to sit down for dinner now, but thank you both for hosting. Definitely helped with motivation while still having a chill Sunday afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us, Gail. I'm glad that you were finally able to join one. And then she said, Angela, I'll be sure to check out some of your videos later on. It was nice to be on a live stream and look forward to chatting with you all later. That's so fun. Alicia did a little more productive research, trying to close all those tabs. I understand that. I really need to. I'm at like 4 desktop things right now, and like they all have like at least 6 things open, and I really need to like lock it in a little bit. All right, well, I think that's most everything. Again, you guys, this is author Angela Ann. Her channel link is down in the description box below. Go check out her channel as she does writing vlogs and live streams. Would you say that that's what kind of content you produce?
Yeah, basically. I do some advice videos, but so for example, I have an advice video going up Wednesday, but it's very like, there's a lot of B-roll in it. So it's like fun.
Fun B-roll. Yeah. You do a lot of advice videos. I don't know why I spaced on that. I've definitely watched them.
I think my vlogs, I think I do a lot more vlogs than advice videos. So
okay. That's That's good then. Like Evangelina said, thanks for hosting. Have a good day, everyone. And so, yeah, thank you guys so much for coming. As always, I don't know when my next live stream is going to be. Author Angela Ann does have, is it 2 p.m. every Sunday EST?
Yes, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Sunday.
All right. Well, that is much more solid than my calendar. I'm thinking that maybe for July, I'll like lock in a time to do it during like Camp Nano because I think that would be fun. Yeah, but as always, I'll keep you guys updated because I have no idea. So thank you so much for joining. And we're going to sign off now. But thank you. Bye.